upgrades have taken place. Behold, the Super Jet Capsule. Launching a bigger, faster, more luxurious motorboat with twin 250 horsepower gas engines, this capsule can reach a top speed of 80 miles an hour. Most boat trailers can even tow these capsules. It's made from 70% carbon using vacuum infusion molding and has photochromatic windows. Buyers can customize the interior with many options. Company founders Luca Sola and designer Pierpaolo Lazzarini are working on the delivery of the first Superjet units this year. The Nemo submarine is a compact and sophisticated underwater submersible that is perfect for individual exploration. The Nemo's compact, high-tech cockpit only has enough room for one pilot, but as a result, the vehicle itself is very light and easy to maneuver. Additionally, the submarine can be piloted remotely using a controller, making it so that the person in the sub does not necessarily need to know how to work it. The Nemo takes up less space than two average-sized jet skis and is designed for a variety of uses. Keep an eye out for this one-eyed submersible. Being able to fully explore the terrain is one of the reasons why the Nikola NZT exists. It's an electric utility terrain vehicle that goes from 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds across almost all types of terrain. This UTV is particularly impressive because it has an electric motor on each of its 4 wheels. Combined with its low center of gravity, this means drivers have more control, faster cornering, and lower risk of rollover. It's even got its own pin-protected control panel, as well as front and rear cameras. The battery is waterproof, allowing the NZT to operate just fine for 30 minutes of water up to 1 meter deep. It can go 150 miles on a full charge, which takes about 15 minutes with the J1772 charger, or just 2 hours with the DC fast charger. This is one of the most innovative vehicle designs 2020 has seen, because it demonstrates that just because you're off-road doesn't mean you need to be out of touch. Launching in Vancouver, British Columbia, Vimo, specially designed for shared use, are accessible by using the smartphone app to reserve a vehicle and manage your trip. The Vimo comes with automatic smart locks, turn signals, daytime and nighttime lighting, and is made of a lightweight composite body. These electric assist cycles are a terrific way to get around the city, and you can even ride them in bike lanes. Aeroflight X, based near Munich, Germany, unveiled its V600 prototype at the Aero Friedrichshafen 2019 Aviation Trade Show. The all-electric aircraft has 2 sets of wings, 6 propellers for lift, a pusher propeller for forward flight, and a tricycle landing gear. The completed vehicle can carry 3 to 5 people and can make changes to meet EASA certification requirements. Build as everything a pickup should be. Arizona's Atlas Motor Vehicles Company is designing and taking reserve orders for their XT electric truck. These offer a charge time of only 15 minutes, with a range of up to 500 miles at a top speed of 120 miles per hour. This four-wheel drive behemoth can be configured to tow up to 35,000 pounds and carry up to 5,000 pounds. The company has reached its $1 million funding goal and will start production sometime in 2020. The Nikola Badger is a curious concept. It comes with an option to upgrade the electric motor to a hybrid electric hydrogen fuel cell variant. It's claimed the new hybrid technology will see a high output of 900 horsepower, with a range of an impressive 600 miles to empty. It's entirely possible this pickup truck will be quicker than a GT500 Shelby Mustang, able to complete the 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 2.9 seconds. Not bad for a tow vehicle. Nikola is looking to offer General Motors share options to foster a partnership of shared manufacture and technology. Suppose you've ever wanted to own a light cycle straight out of the movie Tron. In that case, the Finnish manufacturer Verge may have just the motorbike for you. With a bold, hubless rear wheel design and sharp, blocky lines over its lightweight aluminum frame, this sci-fi-inspired electric motorcycle packs some surprising power under the hood. The large battery can be DC charged in about 4 hours, getting riders from 0 to 62 miles an hour in under 4 seconds, reaching a limited top speed of 112 miles an hour over a range of 186 miles. Doing away with spokes and chains, the Verge TS's electric motor is integrated into the rear wheel itself, so only the tire spins instead of a wheel and tire spinning. This allows for a regenerative brake system that can recharge the battery while driving by capturing and converting kinetic energy to an electrical charge.
To get notified when a new video is posted, hit the bell icon below, right next to the subscribe button. Thank you for watching Mind's Eye Design.
Offers an electric multi-rotor flying experience with no pilot's license required. Lyft doesn't sell aircraft, and they are opening locations in uncongested, scenic areas near major cities to let people fly their new type of aircraft. This flying machine uses 18 independent motors and propellers for controlled flight and has a triple redundant autopilot with a 3-axis joystick that is used for control. This even includes a central and 4 perimeter floats to land in water if it becomes necessary. Safety features include a whole aircraft airbag system and an autonomous ballistic parachute. The Hexa will also fly and land safely with 6 of the motors disabled, so you will probably never need to use these great safety features. But its style is sure to tempt for a new way to scoot on the waves. The Dutch luxury yacht maker Vanquish is manufacturing the sleek-styled Vancraft VQ16. They are presenting a crossover between a super yacht tender and a water scooter. This model is just one of several boat models the company produces for discriminating buyers. This beauty is 16 feet long and can carry 5 passengers and a driver. Their standard model has a 1.8-liter Yamaha engine with 200 horsepower. This crossover vehicle steers like a personal watercraft with handlebars. The power allows it to reach speeds of more than 46 miles per hour. You can also opt for a supercharged version with speeds up to 58 miles per hour. Styled similarly to many crossover SUVs already on the street, the Fisker company claims its newly developed electric Ocean is the world's most sustainable vehicle. Most trims, equipped with all-wheel drive and a range of up to 300 miles, should be able to hit 60 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds. It's dressed up with a full-length solar roof, LCD touchscreens, and vegan interior materials. Production should begin near the end of 2021, and deliveries start in 2022. The Mazu 82 is the latest brainchild of Turkey's Mazu Yachts. This super yacht brings together comfort, performance, luxury, and cutting-edge technology in order to strike a perfect balance between indoor leisure and outdoor excitement. The Mazu 82 is 24 meters long with a sizable hull constructed from carbon composite, providing plenty of room to enjoy yourself both inside and outside. Its powerful hull lays the foundation for a luxurious deckhouse fitted with bulletproof glass. On the inside, this super yacht is equipped with a master suite, 2 extra guest cabins, a lounge, a kitchen, and 3 ensuite bathrooms. What more could you ask for?
Travel. One exception is the Motorrad Definition CE04 by BMW Motors. Inspired by modular design and then supercharged with sci-fi elements, the Definition CE04 graduated from concept to production, and while the final details aren't released, here's what we know so far. A low-sitting battery pack connects to a compact motor and drive belt system and reportedly has the juice to make it 75 miles on a single charge. Regenerative braking and fast charge capabilities are also rumored. Definition CE04 also sports one interesting feature that may be more commonplace in the future than we realize. Connected clothing that integrates with your bike, allowing your jacket to light up and act as an indicator or brake light. The jacket's also loaded with a power bank for charging your phone while on the road.
This electric bike is not your typical sleekly designed motorcycle. From BST of South Africa, the Hypertech looks like it's a futuristic prop from an apocalypse movie. Its DHX Hawk water-cooled motor produces around 107 horsepower, with 88.5 foot-pounds of torque. A quick charge takes 30 minutes, and the bike has a long range too, up to 185 miles. If you want one of your own, contact the company, as Hypertech will only be available in limited numbers. At first glance, this e-bike could pass for a cool sports-style motorcycle you see every day on the streets. pre-order is underway for the limited edition 100 rocket, with a top speed of nearly 50 miles per hour and a range of up to 75 miles. It has a 16 kilowatt peak power motor with 5 kilowatts of continuous power, a 52-volt lithium battery, and 6.6 kilowatt-hour capacity. It has 17-inch wheels, and the bike weighs about 265 pounds. You can reserve the limited edition 100 now with a down payment. The recipient of a Red Dot Design Award, this yacht looks like the Knight Rider of boats, even though it's built for day trips. This vessel's specs and all-black design make it just as suitable for secret spy missions. Equipped with dual 450 horsepower outboard engines, this boat can reach speeds of over 60 knots. Its optional aft cabin and forward cabin with sleeping room for two make it perfect for your next secret mission.
I'm Allie, and it's Mind's Eye Trivia time. By looking at just these images, do you know what this is and where it's from? Leave the correct answer or your best guess in the comment section below.
The One by Nemesis Yachts is undoubtedly one of the most innovative boats currently in development and is sure to be one of the coolest water toys on the market when finished. The Nemesis One is a 101-meter, super-fast, luxury multi-hull super yacht. Powered by a fuel cell hydrogen system with battery and solar panel support, this yacht rises out of the water on 4 hydrofoils that allow it to hit crazy speeds of over 50 knots. Combining luxury size and insane performance, this is one watercraft boat to keep an eye out for. The aircraft giant Pipistrel is always making waves. Or air currents, maybe? Either way, they released their Alpha aircraft in an electric version called the Alpha Electro. It's powered by a 60 kilowatt motor that makes about 80 horsepower. It has enough battery to keep it airborne for about an hour with a 20-minute reserve just in case. The batteries can be recharged in about 45 minutes, but if you have some spares already charged up, it only takes 5 minutes to swap them out. It has a cruise speed around 100 miles an hour, and due to its design, it's capable of short landings and short takeoffs. This little two-seater seems like the perfect training plane.
What started in 2005 as a wild idea finally saw its completion in 2018 as a vehicle aptly named the Limo Jet. I don't have enough time to tell you everything about it, so I'll keep it simple. It's a Learjet, on wheels. And though it seems more akin to something seen on a drag strip, this amalgam is fully street legal. Inside is nothing short of pure luxury, having recessed lighting running the length of the floor and ceiling. Red and black leather seats run along one side, while opposite is a vast array of electronics and some much-needed cup holders. Other features include an integrated sound system and a large TV on the back wall. All in all, it weighs just over 12,500 pounds and measures 42 feet long, 8 feet wide, and 11.5 feet high. Power comes from an 8.1-liter Chevy Vortec V8 engine, but I couldn't even begin to tell you how fast it will actually go. If anyone wants to buy this thing, feel free to let me know so I can be the new best friend you never knew you needed.
This spacecraft-looking thing is as real as you or me, but definitely feels like something from the future. This is the Airbus A3 Vahana, an all-electric aircraft capable of vertical takeoff and landing. If that's not cool enough for you, well, how about the fact that there's only room for one person and there are 0 flight controls? Yeah, this thing is pilotless. It's made to be like an Uber for the air and is remote controlled from a different location. This future taxi has cruise speeds to rival even New York taxi drivers, able to fly at 120 miles an hour with a range of 31 miles. This one might be a little harder to flag down, though. Abtros Shaman 8x8 amphibious truck is the perfect mix of extreme off-road adventure and post-apocalyptic chic. The Russian-engineered ATV takes the all-terrain part very seriously. Equipped with a hermetic boat-formed frame armed with high-performance water pumps, the Shaman can literally transform into an aquatic craft powered by a screw propeller that can reach naval speeds up to 4.3 miles per hour. On land, 8 oversized low-pressure tires, each on independent transmission, allow unmatched off-roading capabilities over a variety of terrain. The driver sits up front alone in a centralized cockpit, and the rear can be configured in 2 main variations. In the tourist model, up to 8 passenger seats line the cabin, all equipped with 3-point seat belts. In the Hunter version, the sides of the cabin are lined with benches that can transform into bedding for up to 4 people in a matter of seconds. This pick had to make it in our number 1 spot. It's actually the most advanced electric glider that money can buy. It has an insane wingspan of 98 feet, allowing it to effortlessly glide any which way it wants. The impressive engineering that went behind this glider takes the cake for sure. It comes with a 42 kilowatt brushless electric motor that was made especially for the glider, and it pushes out around 30 horsepower. The design and manufacturing process of each component has been thoroughly assessed by German aviation authorities. In fact, it's the world's first electric aircraft ever to receive certification by the Aviation Authority. The eVTOL is a unique electric aircraft that looks to maximize efficiency without sacrificing performance. Following their first prototype success, the eVTOL is being produced as a commercial product expected to receive FAA certification. The goal is for the aircraft to travel 250 miles on a single battery charge. How? The aircraft's design has been heavily inspired by the Arctic tern, the longest migrating bird in nature. The aircraft features 4 upward-facing rotors for lift and a single rear-facing propeller for motion. It makes the most of its broad arching wings and twin tails to push air around it aerodynamically. This aircraft's unique design is truly a sight to behold, even among the innovative vehicles on this list. Alia already has one company on board for the use of the eVTOL, but many more are expected to follow once the vehicle is fully certified. For those wanting to experience the latest extreme sport, the electrified wingsuit by BMW is the closest thing to flying you'll ever be crazy enough to share. After countless wind tunnel tests and over 30 test jumps, Austrian Peter Salzmann recently demonstrated the collaboration between BMW and DesignWorks over the Haut-Tauern mountain range. The electrified wingsuit prototype consisted of two chest-mounted 5-inch 25,000 RPM impellers encased in a submarine-looking unit. Peter has control of a throttle, rudimentary steering facility, as well as a cutoff switch for emergencies. The propulsion puts out a reasonable 5 kilowatts for a total burst of 5 minutes. Still, the difference it makes in slowing descent is quite remarkable. When Salzmann activates the electric propulsion, he can hit a speed of over 186 miles per hour, triple that of unpowered wingsuit flight. This means that in certain conditions he can gain altitude instead of slowly falling. The electrified wingsuit represents a whole new leap in personal flight tech, and we can only imagine what comes next. Though it may have an unimaginative name, the Tesla Cybertruck is looking to blur the lines between a sports car and truck. In a nostalgic throwback to the DeLorean made famous in Back to the Future, the Cybertruck will also sport an exoskeleton made entirely by ultra-hard, cold-rolled stainless steel. Say goodbye to bumps and scratches and corrosion, and hello to superior strength and endurance. The net result? It looks shiny and amazing, and will protect the occupants inside like a light tank. Even the glass is ultra tough and made from polymer-layered composite material. The rear tray descends and extends out to form a handy ramp to wheel up a dirt bike or help load in a refrigerator. The rear roller shutter is fully retractable and when sealed, protects the rear with the impenetrability of a bank vault. Not even water and dust can make their way through. It comes in single, double, or triple motor variants, with the flagship model about to travel over 500 miles on a single charge and hit 60 miles an hour in a whisker under 2.9 seconds. Perfect for anyone who wants both a fast sports car and a durable weekender for exploring the wilderness. You can now have the best of both worlds, while taking up a single space in your garage. Aeroflight X, based near Munich, Germany, unveiled its V600 prototype at the Aero Friedrichshafen 2019 Aviation Trade Show. The all-electric aircraft has 2 sets of wings, 6 propellers for lift, a pusher propeller for forward flight, and a tricycle landing gear. The completed vehicle can carry 3 to 5 people and can make changes to meet EASA certification requirements. A first glance at the Novus electric motorcycle and you might think it's missing its motor. the German-designed Novus began with two friends searching to combine power with a sleek, lightweight frame in a totally new look for an e-motorcycle. Its carbon fiber monocoque frame, wrapped around a 6.2 kilowatt brushless rear hub motor, has 200 Newton meters of torque. Its sleek, purpose-built lithium-ion battery gives the bike a 60-mile range at up to 60 miles per hour. The company is currently taking reservations with production limited to 500 units. Diving right into the next craft on the list, literally, is the Victa. This futuristic prototype represents the most advanced diver delivery unit ever produced to date. It's a combination of fast watercraft and submersible that seamlessly transition from both functions through advanced engineering and an innovative fly-by-wire control system. Designed by UK-based naval architects Bar Technologies, the Victa is constructed from carbon fiber and diab core. It's powered by a C-Tech 725 Plus diesel engine with auxiliary electric thrusters that control pitch and roll while submerged. The Victa can house 2 crew members and 6 swimmers, with the pilots able to monitor passenger vitals from an integrated heads-up display. It's been designed mainly for military, special, and naval operations, allowing stealthy insertion and extraction of dive troops to underwater targets. The LS218 is an electric sport bike that is gas-free and capable of excellent performance. How good are the specs on the Lightning LS218? So good, you would never know it was electric in the first place. With high-speed gearing and fairing, this bike can hit a top speed of 218 miles per hour. And despite having to power a 200 horsepower engine, the bike's battery can still support a traveling range of approximately 100 miles. Ready for the most incredible part? The Lightning LS218 has a charging time of about 2 hours on a level 2 charger.
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching. I'm Chandni with Mind's Eye Design. We'd love to hear your feedback, so please leave some comments below and let us know your favourite from this video and why you liked it. If you have an idea for a future video, leave another comment and let us know. And then if we use your idea, we'll give you a shout out in that video. But don't leave yet. Keep watching because there's more.
The world's first all-electric, jet-powered 5-seater and soon-to-be on-demand air taxi service had a maiden flight recently, capping off more than 3 years of development. Manufactured in Germany and aiming to fly in a city near you by 2025 with low-cost fares is the Lilium Jet. This remarkable aircraft has retractable landing gear, fly-by-wire controls, 36 electric jet engines, is capable of traveling up to 186 miles in just 60 minutes, land in small-scale areas, and emits 0 operating emissions. Future passengers will see rates that are comparable in price with a taxi, yet arrive to their destination 4 times faster. After receiving $90 million in funding, last May Lilium tested the full-sized jet. While controlled remotely from the ground, the aircraft successfully demonstrated both vertical liftoff and hovering above its landing area. More trials are coming, testing its forward-flying capability. Moving forward, the Lilium Jet will begin some definitive flight testing demonstrations, showcasing its range of capabilities. Co-founded in 2015 by its 4 visionary founders, the Lilium Jet has gained more than $100 million in funding from investors worldwide, and the company now employs more than 300 people. inner biker conflicts with your inner environmentalist, then Neuron Motors in France has just the answer with their Neuron EV1 electric motorcycle. This 21st century motorcycle isn't only a work of art aesthetically, it's also environmentally friendly. The Neuron EV1 is run and powered by a 350-volt power pack that can get an 80% charge in as little as 40 minutes. Carbon fiber rims contribute to help keep the motorcycle lightweight and efficient. But that does not mean the Neuron EV1 is just a pretty hippie. This electric motorcycle could give any vintage bike a run for its money, reaching top speeds of 137 miles per hour and able to go from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 3 seconds. Wee.
Coming out of France is the limited production Lazarus LM847. This four-wheel motorcycle runs just under 9 feet long and 3 feet wide while weighing in at a hefty 881 pounds. Power for this behemoth comes from a 4.7-liter V8 Maserati engine pushing out 470 horsepower. Each of the 4 tires are mounted on individual swing arms, allowing them to lean when going through turns. The bike's outrageous design leaves everything exposed, which creates an even more intimidating look. Anyone interested should contact the company ASAP, as this one is limited to 10 units, with half of those already spoken for.
The Velis Electro is the first ever type-certified electric-powered airplane that has been fully approved for pilot training. This plane was designed to facilitate pilot training by being safe and easy to operate and simple to maintain. The Velis Electro is believed to achieve the highest safety levels, even surpassing those expected of conventional aircraft. Thanks to a simplified cockpit interface, a reduced number of moving parts, stability in the air, and a quiet engine, the Velis Electro could represent the future of pilot training. The Tesla Roadster has the spacecraft vibes of something from the Star Wars movies. It has a record-setting acceleration able to go from 0 to 60 miles an hour in less than 2 seconds. The battery is adept at lasting the car's range of 620 miles, and it's pretty close to light speed, topping 250 miles an hour. Some of its fascinating alien features are its touchscreen door handles and the convertible glass roof. eVTOL is a type of aircraft that uses electric power to take off, hover, and land vertically. Thanks to significant advances in electric propulsion and the growing need for new vehicles for urban air mobility, this technology came about. Models are in development by businesses such as Boeing, Airbus, and NASA. Just because the cartoon character George Jetson hopped in one every morning doesn't mean it is easy to produce a flying car. Manufacturers have to consider solutions for both car and plane. Lanciare has created a concept for a flying sports car that could be making its way onto driveways or runways very soon. The Firenze Lanciare flying sports car would use a Tesla electric motor while on the road and a 4,000-pound turbine engine for takeoff. In a world where fuel consumption and carbon emissions are always a concern, Ferenz promises to change that with a flying sports car that not only promises convenience and luxury, but efficiency and safety. While we've all been teased with rumors of production-level flying cars, Dutch company PAL-V has recently had their Liberty street approved in the EU. It's a big deal considering PAL-V has been working on making the flying car a reality for over 20 years. The three-wheeled two-seater operates in two modes: street mode, with the large rotors folded away cleanly into a configuration along the roof, and sky mode, transforming the conspicuous craft into a sleek gyroplane. Although no flight footage is available, PAL-V reports the Liberty can take off using as little as 1,000 feet of runway, reaching speeds of 112 miles an hour in the air over a range of around 310 miles. PAL-V is working on aviation certification next, hoping that pilots will be able to take to the skies by 2022. Urban air mobility is also on the mind of another company, Volocopter. Its development was part of the Single European Sky ATM research program, a public-private joint effort to overhaul European airspace for future crewless aircraft. The Velocity made its first demonstration flight amidst regular air traffic in Helsinki and later in Stuttgart, Germany. The Volocopter flight in Germany was the highlight of a two-day event called Vision Smart City, experiencing the mobility of the future today. The company just secured $55 million in funding, which is helping the aircraft achieve its goal for a commercial launch within the next 3 years. Did someone say they wanted more speed and horsepower? The Jesco has just that, looking like it's ready to pierce through the air. Capable of going over 300 miles per hour, with a horsepower of 1,600, we must commend such a fierce engine. The steering wheel has advanced with a central screen located right behind it that turns as you turn. Its newly designed doors open more upward and outward, and the auto-skin system's sensors help protect the automated doors from hitting unwanted or wanted objects. The Jesco also gives you the option of choosing Alcantara or leather seats with quite the color variation. Would you fly in an all-electric aircraft? Hybrid vehicles are not just on the ground, but also in the air. The Ampere Electric Eel, a twin-engine Cessna 337 Skymaster, is modified to fly with one conventional combustion engine and one electric motor. The Electric Eel from California-based company Ampere is the largest hybrid electric propulsion aircraft ever to take to the skies. The company plans to begin trial flights in Hawaii this year. They say they are ahead of the game when it comes to electric aircraft flight and plan to start commercial operations in the next couple of years. Electric aircraft can statistically cut 90% of fuel costs, require 50% less maintenance, and reduce takeoff and landing noise by 66%, with zero emissions to boot. The Mazu 82 is the latest brainchild of Turkey's Mazu Yachts. This super yacht brings together comfort, performance, luxury, and cutting-edge technology in order to strike a perfect balance between indoor leisure and outdoor excitement. The Mazu 82 is 24 meters long with a sizable hull constructed from carbon composite, providing plenty of room to enjoy yourself both inside and outside. Its powerful hull lays the foundation for a luxurious deckhouse, fitted with bulletproof glass. On the inside, this super yacht is equipped with a master suite, 2 extra guest cabins, a lounge, a kitchen, and 3 ensuite bathrooms. What more could you ask for? Jet pilot Yves Rossi isn't exactly a vehicle himself. Still, his autonomously powered jetpack is definitely one of the most innovative vehicles around. A new video from the end of 2019 shows that Rossi's jetpack apparatus is now capable of taking off from the ground autonomously. Thanks to the 4 new JetCat P550 engines he has added to the wings, Rossi's vehicle can now produce enough vertical lift to fly straight up at 110 miles per hour.
I'm Allie, and it's Mind's Eye Trivia time. By looking at just these images, do you know what this is and where it's from? Leave the correct answer or your best guess in the comment section below.
Lightyear was founded back in 2016 by 5 people who had all already worked together in 2013. They set their sights on making a solar-powered vehicle available to the public with their Lightyear 1. Still, the vehicle is in development, but promises to drive for up to months without having to stop and charge. A normal range is expected to be up to 500 miles, and 4-wheel drive means you can go almost anywhere. The frame is being built with a mix of aluminum and carbon fiber, making it durable and light, adding to the overall efficiency of the vehicle. Their current tests show the aerodynamics of the car are rated higher than any available vehicle at the moment, and that's just another feature to add to the list. Do you remember watching Mila Jovovich repeating multi-pass in a flying taxicab in The Fifth Element? Or Michael J. Fox failing to yield while time-traveling in the DeLorean in the Back to the Future movies? Hollywood has been predicting the future for years in these films. It seems Klein Vision in Slovakia has finally made this sci-fi dream come true with the Klein Air Car. the first road vehicle that transitions into an air vehicle. Passed flight tests on November 3, 2020, and should be completing all required tests and pass regulations by May 2021. The air car is planning multiple models with options including an amphibious version for water travel. Retractable wings and a folding tail transform this futuristic hybrid from car to plane in less than 3 minutes, and reach speeds up to 124 miles per hour. Licensed pilots can drive, or fly, the air car 621 miles, based on 18 liters of fuel consumption per hour. They will be a convenient way to travel, predicted years ago in the entertainment industry. So, when are we getting the time travel option? The push for a commercial passenger starship got a recent boost as a prototype of SpaceX's Starhopper rocket successfully shot into the skies for the second time in Texas. The incredible rocket is a prototype of things to come from Elon Musk's spaceflight venture. Musk wants to use SpaceX rockets to put cargo, satellites, and passengers into orbit, and later to Mars. In its recent flight, the rocket zoomed up about 150 miles and then made a controlled landing. In August, the Falcon 9 rocket successfully lifted off carrying the Amos 17 satellite. Also, their Dragon craft was the first commercial spacecraft to dock with the International Space Station. SpaceX was founded in 2002 and currently has 3 space vehicles with more than 1,000 contracted launches planned. Last but not least is the Hyperion XP1. It probably wouldn't be much of a stretch to say that the Hyperion XP1 is the future of electric supercars. With a driving range of 1,000 miles and a top speed of 220 miles per hour, the XP1 sets the bar when it comes to performance for electric vehicles. As if that wasn't enough, its mind-blowing futuristic interior features a 98-inch curved digital display and a 134-inch glass canopy. When it comes to innovative vehicles for the road, the Hyperion XP1 is simply in a class of its own. Another runner in the electric pickup race, the Bollinger B2, is another example of a fully electric workhorse that can stand toe-to-toe with the fossil fuel-burning big boys. At its center beats not one, but 2 electric hearts. Dual motors capable of pumping out a whopping 614 horsepower. The battery supports a fast charging mode, making it perfect for long trips or just mall crawling. Though its design looks dated and almost agricultural by today's standards, the roof and door panels are fully removable, so you can feel the wind blow through your hair as you drive. It looks like a personal flying watercraft, but this fun water vehicle called the Wave Flyer is using a patent-pending, stabilized twin hydrofoil electric propulsion system. The company, Electronautic, says it's revolutionizing the watercraft industry with its environmentally friendly hydrofoil propulsion. The Wave Flyer's battery pack is suitable for over 30 minutes on or above the water. The machine is the result of a partnership between the University of Western Australia, Perth's Renewable Energy Vehicle Project, Perth's Electro-Aero, and Galaxy Resources. The current Wave Flyer is in prototype form at this time, but once it's available, it's bound to be a hit with water sports enthusiasts around the world. Located in Hinckley, Leicestershire, Triumph Motorcycles is the largest UK-owned manufacturer of some of the world's best-loved motorcycles. Those familiar with the company may remember the Trident, which came out back in the late 60s and early 70s. This time they've come up with an innovative prototype design for 2020, boasting a triple-cylinder engine that accentuates balance and adds more power. Even though it probably comes in at 675 cc's, this bike is definitely for more seasoned riders who appreciate power and a dynamic ride. Now, the company is remaining tight-lipped, sharing only the prototype styling, but their team promises sleek design, ergonomics, comfort, and modern technology in this redesigned middleweight roadster. In the special edition Arsenal EV1000 from Catalyst. This electric bike harkens back to the World War II bike's days and may remind some of the Royal Enfield's Flying Flea. Its geometric design makes it look compact and ready to fly. The retro handlebar has an electronic dashboard that takes measurements in real time. At full charge, the 48-volt battery has a max speed of about 50 miles per hour for up to 55 miles. The chassis, made from special aluminum with a black matte finish with orange stripes, matches the French Automotive Gallery's colors, for which it was commissioned. The Arcimoto Roadster is known as an FUV, or Fun Utility Vehicle. The open-air reverse trike roadster is the latest all-electric prototype from Oregon-based manufacturer Arcimoto. Though no definite production plans have been revealed, based on the company's other product lines, we can expect an electric motor at each of the two front wheels for a top speed of 75 miles per hour over a range of 102 miles per charge. The Roadster prototype features a squat windshield and tandem motorcycle seating, with an extended tray over the rear wheel for cargo. Arcimoto may have found the perfect buyer for the Roadster too, with DHL partnering to deliver 50,000 new electric vehicles by 2022. The AET pods are the first fully electric and autonomous delivery vehicles, supporting weights up to 16 tons. The latter of the models can actually achieve up to 45 miles per hour on the highway with no human driver. The slower models, AET-1 and the AET-2, were designed to reach more rural areas of public transit. The environmental conservations made by the driverless fleet are not the only savings made here. Switching to fully electric driverless transporting saves up to 20% on traditional shipping methods. High-volume shipments containing up to 33 pallets can all be transported, while saving businesses cost and helping the environment. The Cake OSA Plus e-bike is like a tool bench on two wheels. You could call it a mobile workbench with an inverter power station. With its inverter, you can power a laptop, power tools, and more. With the clamp-on unibar, the bike will enable the use of a variety of tools, with many accessory options. The OSA Plus has a peak power of 10 kilowatts, a top speed of 63 miles per hour, and rides on 14-inch dual sport tires. The Triple falls somewhere in between a cargo bike and an ice resurfacer. It's an electric vehicle used for transporting goods like small packages for that last mile. Looking at just the front, it seems a bit like a mini truck with its thick hood and two straight-facing front headlights. With two wheels up front and only one at the rear, it seems as though it might topple forward with a heavy load. But the Danish manufacturer says it can handle a weight of 440 pounds. The Triple has a range of 62 miles and a max speed of 27 miles per hour. Its small size means it can move through car-free zones and offers a variety of use cases from facility management to construction site tool transport. The standard battery takes 8 hours to charge, but Triple also has a super fast charger that only takes 4.5 hours. Pricing on this model is around $14,000. An ambitious goal of releasing an all-new electric SUV in 2020 was being undertaken in the last few years by China-based Byton. The company is building the M-Byte, a 4 or 5 passenger EV with a broad array of high-tech and AI enhancements. It features a substantial 48-inch wide high-res LCD screen across the entire dashboard. To ease range anxiety, it features a 350-mile range. Sold with 2- or 4-wheel drive, it has a top speed of 118 miles an hour and up to 300 kilowatt-hours of power. Production of the M-Byte will start sometime in 2020.
Part June buggy, part golf cart. This street-legal electric vehicle from Moog has a surprising amount of versatility and options available. The original frame was engineered as a military vehicle by the British in the 1950s. It was supposed to be a lightweight car that could be parachuted from the skies and be combat-ready upon landing. However, it soon became a cultural icon, synonymous with the sun, sand, and a laid-back attitude. Fast forward 60 years and the Moog has had an upgrade for 21st century America. It's slightly bigger and sturdier than its World War II predecessor. The tires have been raised from a 13-inch rim to a 14-inch reel, and an expanded windshield now protects more occupants. It's also come a long way from its noisy gas-guzzling cousin. A whisper-quiet 12 kilowatt-hour battery powers a motor capable of speeds up to 25 miles an hour. It also comes in utility models designed for conferences, parks, airports, and other large private venues.
Announcing a monster of a pickup truck upgrade, the Goliath 6x6. Hennessy is adding this limited production 6-wheel drive truck to their stable of off-road vehicles. Based on a 2019-2020 4-wheel drive Chevrolet Silverado, it elevates its off-road capabilities to another level. It features an 8-inch lift kit, 20-inch wheels, BF Goodrich 37-inch off-road tires, and a 450 horsepower engine upgrade. In a rendering, Lithuanian startup AKO Trike has unveiled its next electric three-wheeler prototype. A futuristic shell is expected to enclose driver and passenger, and the electric reverse trike offers all-around visibility and protection from the elements. The passenger sits behind the driver, and there will be 4-point seat belts, room for luggage, and front and side airbags. At lower speeds, it can be steered like a regular automobile. The trike leans into corners at higher velocities at up to 30 degrees with the patented mechanical tilting mechanism. The Norwegian-designed pod bike is a futuristic take on a recumbent bike. This sleek, fully enclosed one-person velomobile has no chain. Instead, it uses pedals linked to an electric generator, which powers 2 hub motors. With electric assist, it can travel at 15 miles per hour. The cabin sports 4 wheels and has plenty of lights for visibility and weather protection for the rider. Creators say in the future the pod bike will park itself, charge the battery when needed, and come to you when you ask for it. If you've ever wanted to skateboard off-road, the YX1 may be your answer. This wildly designed, all-terrain three-wheeler is like a hoverboard, with 2 small front wheels and a 13-inch rear wheel powered by a 1500-watt hub motor. The rider leans back to lift the front and can sharply turn to get over or around obstacles. Speed is controlled using a center-mounted hand grip bar. The company is currently raising funding on Indiegogo and taking pre-orders through its website. Expect deliveries to start in June of 2020. If the iconic Ford F-150 market leader is jumping on the electric bandwagon, then you know it's a viable option for the future. Now, the 2021 model still packs the twin-turbo EcoBoost engine, but it's backed up with a hybrid electric motor buried in the 10-speed gearbox. The following year is when we'll see a proper electric version propelled solely by its onboard battery. To show they mean business, Ford showed the F-150 electric pulling a train of other trucks, weighing in at an astonishing 1.25 million pounds. It's nice to know these trucks are still built tough. For anyone who enjoys traversing extreme terrains where roads are optional, the Lighttrax Mudtrax MTX-C is the vehicle. It's a machine that provides a comfortable ride at any time of the year. Individuals or groups can take it through snow, swamp, marshes, and over almost any obstacles. The Mudtrax has full suspension, so there's less impact on the ground, better traction, and less stress on the machine. It's on a stable platform with no tires to go flat or even come off because of the strain, making it great for rugged trails. MTX-C is a base model that can be equipped for commercial or recreational purposes, including search and rescue, firefighting, or crossing wetlands.
And the vehicle that started it all for Electrica Mechanica, the Solo, is the definition of compact electric transport. As the name suggests, it seats just one, and the difference in weight means better efficiency. Utilizing the reverse trike design, the Solo isn't a car. It isn't a bike, it's an electric vehicle in its own class. With 99% fewer parts than a traditional combustion engine, owners of the Solo can expect a drastically reduced maintenance bill and running costs. The 17.3 kilowatt-hour liquid-cooled battery charges in around 2.5 hours over its 100-mile range, and with Bree charging stations popping up all over the place, topping up has never been easier and cheaper.
I'm Allie, and it's Mind's Eye Trivia Time. By looking at just these images, do you know what this is and where it's from? Leave the correct answer or your best guess in the comment section below.
Manufacturer Rezvani makes the list for a second time with its tactical urban vehicle better known as the Tank. The name makes perfect sense when you see this capably powerful four-wheel drive monster. Under the hood, the Tank sports a 3.6-liter V6 with options to install a 500-horsepower 6.4-liter V8 or a 1,000-horsepower 6.2-liter supercharged V8. The Tank features a similar high-performance off-road suspension and braking as the Hercules. Like its six-wheel cousin, there's also a military variant. The Rezvani Tank Military features all of the anti-personnel and armament features as the Hercules Military, including ballistic and explosive armor, EMP protection, one-touch smokescreen activation, blinding strobe lights, electrified doors, and military-grade tires that can be driven at high speeds, even while flat. Add in thermal imaging and a security survival kit that includes gas masks, a hypothermia kit, and a first aid kit, and you've got a mobile fortress for any situation. The Rig by Not a Wheelchair is an option to wheelchairs that lets users with disabilities go off-road. The four-wheeled wheelchair is fully electric and customized to the user's desires, including range, wheels, and frame color. Built with an aluminum frame, off-road bike tires, and a detachable bumper, the Rig includes a rear frame mounting system to hold coolers, camping gear, or wheelchairs. Intended to be a zero-emission helicopter used for transporting human organs, the Robinson electric helicopter is a converted Robinson R44. They remodeled it and then added 67 kilowatt-hour lithium polymer batteries from Bramo. The helicopter uses twin electric motors from race car engineering and electric specialty company Reinhardt Motion Systems. At a test flight from Los Alamitos Airfield, the aircraft reached a speed of 92 miles per hour at 800 feet and covered 34.5 miles in just over 22 minutes. GMC has been one of the top manufacturers of vehicles for 118 years and continues to develop top-of-the-line trucks with a reboot of a popular classic. GMC gave the Hummer a 2020 makeover and produced the GMC Hummer EV. Off-roaders and truck lovers can enjoy all of the state-of-the-art additions to this 2021 version of the popular classic. The EV ED1 features not one, but three motors, two on the rear and one on the front, enabling around 11,500 pound-feet of torque giving the new Hummer 1,000 horsepower. Speaking of power, it can travel up to 350 miles on its Ultium battery. You can also get 100 miles worth of charge in 10 minutes with an 800-volt DC fast charge. This Hummer can go from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 3 seconds. This powerful off-roading all-terrain vehicle prides itself on producing zero emissions. Some of the many upgrades and custom options include every entertainment possibility imaginable, with 14 Bose speakers and a 13-inch touchscreen that displays important driver information. It also accesses other customizable data and controls, transparent sky panels, and an upright windshield. Described as the world's first all-electric super truck, the Hummer EV is also capable of lifting itself 6 inches in extract mode and can navigate tight trails that no other all-terrain vehicle would dare. Crab walk mode actually allows it to turn its rear wheels 10 degrees to drive diagonally. Talk about bragging rights. Can your Hummer do that? Have you ever wished you could just get on board your own private jet or plane and get to vacation like the celebrities? Now, that's an actual possibility with the 30-foot-long, fully customizable Cirrus Vision Jet by Cirrus Aircraft. Take short or long trips with a personal aircraft without the required flight crew and operations of the standard air travel we are accustomed to. The Cirrus Vision Jet can take you and 6 others up to 1,275 nautical miles while enjoying the comforts of a first-class star. Luxuries include full entertainment displays connecting all your favorite devices, USB ports, power plugs, panoramic windows, accent lighting, and climate control. Basically, everything you'd need for a workspace or to entertain during your flight. Safety concerns for the intimidated flyer have been addressed by implementing Cirrus Airframe Parachute System and Safe Return. There is also an autopilot landing feature for emergency situations that can be accessed by the touch of a single button. Every jet owner gets an immersive pilot training experience with their state-of-the-art full-motion flight simulator at the Vision Center campus. And everything from interior design and cabin configuration is entirely customized to your liking. Beyoncé and Jay-Z, who? This newly announced motobike by Cake is ready for off-road fun. Although similar in style to traditional motobikes, the aluminum and black frame gives the Caulk Ink an industrial look. 3 riding modes help extend battery life up to 4 hours, while the 11-kilowatt motor supplies a top speed of 50 miles per hour.
I'm Allie, and it's Mind's Eye Trivia time. By looking at just these images, do you know what this is and where it's from? Leave the correct answer or your best guess in the comment section below.
The team at USA-based Trek Aerospace is committed to understanding and improving shrouded propeller performance and efficiency. Their latest is Flycart 2, which is a one-person, electrically powered flying machine. It's a vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, which features an open cockpit and 10 ducted fan-type propellers. Trek designs and builds shrouded propellers that produce 50 to 75% more static thrust than their nearest competitor. The Flycart 2 is their entry in the Go Fly Challenge, sponsored by Boeing. With a max speed of 55 knots, a cruise speed of 45 knots, Flycart can run for 30-plus minutes. Trek is listed as a world leader in shrouded prop technology and offers consulting, design, and prototyping services from their California location. When the all-electric Vanderhall Edison 2 three-wheeler hits dealer lots in the third quarter of 2020, it will be the company's third model line. The Edison 2 gets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4 seconds, with a top speed of 105 miles per hour. Meanwhile, the 30 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack allows 200 miles of range per charge. Inside Edison 2, you'll find heated seats, a 600-watt Bluetooth-enabled sound system, and plenty of cargo space. LivVerdure cars are based in the United Kingdom, founded by John Barlow and David Chapman, and have been producing kit cars since the 1980s. The Razor launched in 2012 and is now being supplied as an entirely built car. You enter the Razor through the roof canopy, which hinges up and toward the front of the vehicle. The Razor Trike is now road legal and fully MSVA approved. Engine options include the Hayabusa 1300 or KTM 525 with reverse gear, and this comes with either left or right-handed drive options. In the early 2000s, Dodge teamed with Razor to build a sports car, but unfortunately that concept never came to be. Luxury yacht builder Enata has announced its latest creation, the 2020 Foiler, the flying yacht. It has swapped out the hybrid propulsion system of the 2019 model and added significantly more power in the form of two 370 horsepower turbocharged V8 diesel engines for a total of 740 horsepower. With carbon fiber construction, it can fly nearly 5 feet above the water and features a new forward cockpit with a joystick, giving captains the experience of flying above the water. Equipped to the highest standards, offering luxury to meet the requirements of the most demanding patrons, the Foiler is available in several different layout options. The Coolin Electric is a lightweight electric-powered utility vehicle designed for tasks like carrying cattle feed, hauling loads of produce, and other things you might need to do on a farm. This is a quad that weighs only 660 pounds but can haul up to 2,200 pounds. The all-electric Coolin is a concept at this stage, but the team behind it has every intention of bringing the innovative machine to market. Cora Kitty Hawk is a flying taxi that has 12 independent rotors that lift it straight up, taking off like a helicopter and eliminating the need for runways. Cora was made to fly over traffic, saving time on commutes. This last year, Cora has added to their fleet, had over 400 test flights, and tested the parachute. The flying taxi includes a triple redundant flight computer and has a cruising speed of 112 miles per hour. After 8 years of development, they are one step closer to realizing their hopes. Cora has now partnered with Air New Zealand to start the next phase of their evolution. They are also opening a software development base in Atlanta this year. In this beautiful yacht, you don't have to worry about scaring away the dolphins with loud engine noises. This solar-powered beauty can cover 100 miles with electricity alone and ensures that you hear the calming sound of the sea and all its wonders. Its cruising speed rests at a comfortable 7 miles per hour. The freshwater tank can hold 93 gallons, so don't fret about not quenching your thirst. 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms will give you and your guests the privacy and luxury desired. With an elegant yet simple design, the Fountaine Pajot My 40 offers its voyagers peaceful delights, including a lounge saloon, open cockpit floor plan, roomy cabins, and flybridge, with beds that'll allow you to get your tan on.
Recapturing British motoring history, the Morgan Motor Company has crafted the Morgan three-wheeler. The 2-passenger vehicle retains the Morgan's unique driving experience while updating it for the 21st century. The vehicle features a tubular steel chassis, a handcrafted ashwood frame, and an open-air coach-built aluminum body having a total weight just over 1,100 pounds. It's powered by an exposed 2000cc V-twin engine producing 82 horsepower. This, coupled with the 5-speed gearbox, allows for a top speed of 115 miles per hour.
The MC2 transforming bike can be transformed into 8 different modes, allowing for various riding positions from a more relaxed and reclined position to the natural position and even a Superman position. 2 of the most used modes are the sports mode with the driving wheel in the rear or the cruiser mode that has the driving wheel in front. The Bugatti Divo wowed on its first day, ultimately selling out. Its futuristic look is accented by the blue hues and clean aerodynamic lines that run along the body. This vehicle was intended for racing with a 1,500 horsepower and a top speed of 236 miles per hour. Its acceleration does not fail to impress either, going from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 2.4 seconds. Its sharp, luxury design definitely has our attention. Ooh la la! Urbet, a Spanish mobility company founded in 2016, has designed an electric moped with a unique arch design and capable electric motor. This bike is powered by a 3,000-watt motor and a 72-volt battery, giving it a top speed of approximately 56 miles per hour and a range of about 75 miles per charge. While its range may not seem spectacular, keep in mind that the bike can be fully charged from 0% in about 7 hours. The Ego is expected to handle just fine too. In the front, the bike features a coilover shock similar to that used on some BMW motorcycles, while the back is a monoshock. Currently available for just a few thousand euro, this electric bike is perfect for Europe's busy and crowded streets. It's not hard to picture this bike being a future transportation mainstay for regular commuters. Partially inspired by Hurricane Dorian's destruction of the Bahamas, this unique yacht is designed to withstand the harshest of weather conditions and to lend a helping hand whenever needed. Unlike the other super yachts on this list, the Miami can function as both a luxury vessel and a rescue boat. Equipped with two 18-meter tenders, two helicopters, and two Mercedes G63 off-road trucks, the Miami super yacht is prepared for both adventure and emergencies. When it comes to utility, this is one of the most innovative boats we've ever seen. Also, this 133-meter-long behemoth can fit in 44 crew and up to 20 guests. It also features a 92-square-meter master suite, a gym, spa, bar, library, and wine cellar. Unlike the other boats on this list, the Ocean Bird is not a super yacht or boat. Instead, the Ocean Bird by Swedish yachtmaker Wallenius is an innovative cargo ship that claims to reduce transatlantic emissions by 90%. This massive vessel measures 200 meters in length and can transport up to 7,000 cars at once. True to its name, the Ocean Bird's innovative technology seeks to power large cargo ships with wind energy. How? The vessel's rigging and hull work together to capture wind energy as efficiently as possible. The Coolin Electric is a lightweight electric-powered utility vehicle designed for tasks like carrying cattle feed, hauling loads of produce, and other things you might need to do on a farm. This is a quad that weighs only 660 pounds but can haul up to 2,200 pounds. The all-electric Coolin is a concept at this stage, but the team behind it has every intention of bringing the innovative machine to market. The McLaren 720S Spider may not be able to spin a web, but it sure can give you quite the thrill, going from 0 to 62 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. With a 710 horsepower and top speed of 212 miles per hour, you'll be able to cover some road confidently. This convertible has a hardtop roof with a glass panel that adjusts its tint with the press of a button. Heated leather seats make for a cozy option, and with the wind guard positioned on point, you won't have to worry about shouting at your passenger to be heard.
Foregoing the need for a trailer, the X100 from France's Iguana Yachts is a boat with a little bit of a tank built into it. The 31.5-foot long boat looks like any other when it's out on the water. It's built on a rigid inflatable hull having twin outboard 300 horsepower engines. These allow the craft to reach speeds up to 55 miles per hour with a range around 150 miles. When it's time to leave the water, integrated tracks on each side fold down to provide a seamless transition to land. These allow the driver to traverse terrain as steep as 45 degrees.
When you want to make a bold statement backed up by military-grade hardware, look no further than the Hercules by the Californian auto manufacturer Resvani. This souped-up six-wheeler features a 1,300 horsepower 7.0-liter supercharged V8, putting it well within the hypercar category. The six-wheel drive, coupled with 3-inch off-road suspension and 16-inch brake calipers, provide powerful and stable traction across all terrain. You're probably not going to need protection against assault rifle fire, IEDs, and electromagnetic pulses while driving through the suburbs. But just in case, Hercules has you covered with their Hercules military variant, featuring high-caliber resistant ballistics armor, EMP protection systems, underside explosive protections, as well as a Kevlar-wrapped fuel tank. Your truck is safer than your home in times of crisis. It's also fully loaded with anti-personnel features, including blinding lights and strobes, siren, PA, smokescreen, electrified door handles, and magnetic door bolts to prevent forced entry. You've likely heard or seen some 3D printed items that can be reproduced and used around your home. But now, there are plans for using large-scale 3D printing for an electric car. The Italian-Chinese company XEV is planning the Yo-Yo EV using a Kickstarter campaign. The small two-seat car has a 93-mile range with a 43-mile-per-hour top speed. At just over 8 feet long and just under 5 feet wide, it's small enough to park just about anywhere. It will be fully customizable and will retrofit to older models. The Yo-Yo will feature home charging or battery swap options. A three-wheeled folding e-scooter called the Gremlin is EV4's 7th electric ride in its sales brochure. The three-wheeled scooter features a tilting mechanism in the front for leaning into curves and is intended to fold down so it can fit in the trunk of a car. Positioned on a rack behind the seat are three 12-volt gel batteries that power the electric scooter. Constructed using aluminum, they come in bright color options with a slim rear wheel and two thick tires in the front. NASA themselves have come up with the design of our next plane. The X-57 Maxwell will be the first all-electric X-plane, with an X-plane being an experimental aircraft. The idea behind the aircraft is to demonstrate the benefits that distributed electric propulsion may have for the future of aviation. NASA has taken a twin-engine Tecnam P2006T and replaced the wings with a new set of wings, with electric propellers contained within. They went through 4 different designs before settling on the final version with 7 propellers on each side. The smaller 12 engines that lay along the wing are turned off once the plane has achieved the planned cruising altitude. Testing is set to be finished sometime in 2020.
Looking more like an enclosed Tron-style light cycle, the Strom R3 by Indian urban mobility company Strom Motors is an interesting venture into the fast-growing electric mobility industry. Rather than wait for the high price of batteries to slowly come down, Strom decided to innovate and build the Strom R3 around a reverse trike model. With this concept, they're able to create a vehicle that is 40% lighter, more efficient, and with no sacrifice in safety or stability. The Strom R3 uses an extremely lightweight yet rigid tensile steel for its frame, the same material used in race car roll cages. Strom claims in crash testing the Strom R3 actually performed better than traditional cars and even some SUVs. On board, the R3 has a 10 to 16 kilowatt-hour battery pack powering a 15 kilowatt AC induction motor that is reported to travel up to 124 miles on a single charge. You won't have to wait long to top up a dead battery either. Fast chargers mean the battery is good to go after only 3 hours.
Range 174 miles per charge, but it will still take Demon. Delfast Top 3.0 with a top speed of 50 miles per hour. Delfast is introducing 2 models of the Top 3.0, Prime and Off-Road. The bikes are comparable in speed and range, with the Prime topping our list for bikes to take on long trips with a record-breaking 245 miles of range per charge. The Delfast Off-Road has less range, 174 miles per charge, but it will still take you confidently deep into the wilderness trails. If you're looking to spend days out on the trail on a single charge, then Delfast is the perfect ride hard or die hard bike.
To get notified when a new video is posted, hit the bell icon below, right next to the subscribe button. Thank you for watching Mind's Eye Design.
The Japanese are looking to give the Ford Ranger Raptor a run for its money by bringing out their own version of the Baja off-road oriented pickup truck. The Nissan Frontier Desert Runner has what it takes to step up and seize the crown of the best off-road truck. There are big upgrades planned to the chassis and suspension to cope with the repurposing. The tired old 4-liter V6 is being replaced by a Garrett turbocharger-equipped 5.6-liter V8 to add some real grunt to the package. Created by Polish aerospace company Jetson Aero, the Jetson Speeder prototype is a single-seat eVTOL capable of carrying a person that weighs up to 220 pounds. Jetson Aero spent a lot of time testing, building, and programming the prototype from scratch. The hover bike, powered by 8 electric motors and lithium-ion batteries, has a flight time of 15 minutes. They are now working on designing a lightweight carbon fiber frame and improving on charging and battery power. Giving mobility-challenged people the capability to go anyplace, the Action Track Chair uses tracks instead of wheels to help move on any terrain. While moving over uneven terrain and hills or even snow, mud, dirt, and rocky areas, users can stay level thanks to an electric tilt mechanism. Various models can accommodate different users with features like adjustable footrests, swing-up arms, accessories, and many different color combinations. This sleek aircraft is the brainchild of Israel-based company Eviation Aircraft. Named the Eviation Alice, the company sets to redefine regional transport through the means of their all-electric aircraft. It has a flight range of around 650 to 750 miles, thanks to its 3 260-kilowatt motors, each producing about 350 horsepower. It has a cruise speed of 300 miles an hour with a flight ceiling of 30,000 feet. It has space up front for 2 pilots, as well as room for up to 9 passengers. The aircraft is expected to get full certification in 2022, as well as be available for purchase the same year. Ram is stepping up to the plate by shoehorning the incredibly powerful Hemi V8 engine out of the Hellcat and into their new Rebel TRX, making it the most powerful truck ever to see mass production. We'll see close to 800 horsepower at the wheels, thanks to a top-mounted supercharger pumping air into the motor as fast as it'll consume it. To cope with the strains of the unbridled fury of the V8 under the hood, the Rebel TRX will feature beefed-up control arms, heavy-duty suspension links, a wider wheel track, long-travel spring suspension, and ARB air lockers on each axle hub. Defiant EV3 Roadster, designed from the ground up, capitalizes on the capabilities of an electric car, with an eye on a sporty design. These plug-in electric roadsters are a blend of the best of today's propulsion technology and smooth aerodynamic styling. Comfortably designed to carry a driver and 2 passengers, the full-sized electric commuter has plenty of room for cargo. Depending on the battery option selected, the single-charge commuting range of the Roadster is up to 175 miles, has a top speed of 70 miles per hour, and can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 10 seconds. The Seraph by Britain's Vertical Aerospace is testing its eVertical takeoff and landing drone, which the company hopes to sell in the emerging global air taxi market. The 3-person craft has 6 arms, each with 2 rotors. In its current form, it can carry up to 551 pounds and reach a top speed of 50 miles per hour. The design is customizable in that it can be changed in size if needed, as well as having the option for wheels or floats. Designed in Sweden, the Unity 1 was designed for urban car sharing and fleet services, and as an electric vehicle for daily urban commutes. Unity 1, built from recyclable carbon fiber and organic composite materials, has an inside dash screen using Android Automotive OS with a centered driver's seat. The full panoramic sunroof has electrochromatic darkening. Power flows from a 50 kilowatt motor with a top speed of 75 miles per hour. The range on this one will give you about 190 miles between charges. The Dynamic X-Class in GTM 90 is a fast and sporty yacht built to entertain guests on the water. Dynamic has teamed up with German tuner Klassen to produce one of the most innovative boats of the year. Its unique and aerodynamic design is more reminiscent of a supercar than a luxury yacht on the outside, but on the inside is where this dazzling watercraft boat really shines. The interior of the craft is designed to mirror the luxury of Klassen vehicles. Inside you'll find rich wood paneling, different leathers, beautiful LED lighting, and 4 guest cabins. Additionally, despite being 27.5 meters in length, this yacht's 3 Volvo Penta IPS 1350 engines allow it to hit speeds of over 30 knots. Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 has some supercharge to it, with its 760 horsepower and 625 pound-foot of torque. It's anticipated to hit 60 miles per hour in just under 3 seconds. Faux suede and accent stitching cover the door panels, and optional Recaro racing seats are available. A 12-inch full-colored LCD instrument cluster and an 8-inch touchscreen is part of the Mustang's technological advancement. Also with its interior, the rear seat was removed to minimize weight.
Though it took 3 years for German-based